the games, the coaches lose the game. You have to understand that and be a hard person mentally about that. That's part of being a professional coach.
And you say that, and there's kind of a ha-ha to that, but there's a great sincerity to it.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you know that.
Going in, you know it. You know what you sign up for.
That's correct. You understand that because it's a player's game.
Duncan had to force that shot clock violation, and Spoelstra is getting this team defensively to play on that end as well as they have against a good team all year.
Mike, we said at the top that they beat the Lakers, held the Lakers to 88. They won by 6. The next game, they played Memphis. They scored 85. They won by 33. Now, right now, you look up here now. Come on, they don't even have 50 points. This team is averaging 103 a game, San Antonio Spurs.
Away from the ball, it's going to go the other way. We have a moving screen called on Chalmers of Miami, so it'll be San Antonio ball. You know, I just want to go back to Spoelstra for a second here, because you mentioned all the way through the organization. He was a video coordinator, assistant coach, advanced scout, director of scouting, before taking a seat as an assistant, and did a lot of work with Dwayne Wade as Wade was coming up.
That's
and
correct.
Other Miami players. So he has earned the respect of the people who've been around this organization for a long time.
You want this now. This open up. You open up, he could have taken Dampier off the dribble.
Neal to McDyess, another shot clock violation, back-to-back possessions for Popovich's Spurs.
Mike, at the last timeout, the people gave Miami a standing ovation because of the defense. And that's what you want to get first. Now, no matter what we say, they're number 1 in differential at 6.9. San Antonio's at 6.8. The promise is here. The main thing for them is to clean up that execution in the last 3 minutes of the games that are nail-biters. Once they do that, and you can see already Bosch has made a terrific step in these last 3 games. How about tonight with the 22 points and the 9 boards, and the fact that he's at the foul line, he's 8 for 8 on the line. Now he has really stepped up big time here in these 3 games.
Bibby in for Chalmers. Parker in the lane. That's Bibby. That's his 4th, and it is Mike Bibby. Will certainly be tested on the defensive end by the quick point guards. Will he get in foul trouble is going to be a question against the good team.
Well, as you get into the round 2nd and the 3rd round in the East, you don't want to run into Rondo, and you don't want to run into Rose. You run into the 2 of these guys, you know, Chalmers is going to have to stay out of foul trouble.
And Bibby's going to have to go to the bench with that 4th foul, and Mike Miller comes in. And this is not what Eric Spoelstra wanted to do. He wanted to have Chalmers or Bibby on the floor at all times.
Well, see, now you say, well, Dwayne Wade will play Tony Parker. You can say all that all you want. Well, when Rose played him, when he played Rose in the Chicago game, they continued to run Wade off all these screens down below and then isolated Rose. That's the stuff that you'll see.
James an attack to the rim. Came up short on the reverse.
Dwayne Wade once again.
And Bosch knocks down the open shot.
We've been saying those 2 guys, Mike, all night long. Wade not only with the rebounding and the points and the assists, he's been all over the floor.
So Wade will have to chase Parker now. You have Neal, Hill, and Parker, 3 guards, and Tony takes it inside for 2.
Well, everyone says, well, you know, Wade is a great defender. Yes, he is, but he plays bigger guys. Once you get these beep point guards, a guy like Parker, and then also the guy like Rose or Rondo and that, they're explosive guys, and they understand, and they're getting a lot of screens. So you've got to fight the screens. Now fatigue enters in.
Duncan comes over to help. They rotate to free Mike Miller. Rebound Duncan, San Antonio. Parker, a teardrop in the lane, and there you go, Hubie.
Now give him a ton of credit. Mike, come on. He didn't have a shot on the first look. He didn't have a shot on the next screen. Finally, it opened up, and he makes a swatch. See, that's his 2nd screen right there. Then he sends up that soft teardrop.
Spurs down 50. This game 1 of 2 here on a Monday night. Lamar Odom and the Lakers standing by to take on the Magic at Staples here on ESPN. And Parker and Ginobili. Juwan Howard misses, rebound by Manu. The Spurs do not play again until Dallas on Friday. Dwayne Wade behind the play with that foul. Have you ever sent that message in a huddle?
Well, you know what he's trying to do here is he wants his guys to rise to the occasion, okay? And that's what he's trying to do. He's telling them, look, I'm not taking you out right now because, let's face it, in the first half they were up 16-14. He took out Duncan and McDyess, and the next thing you know, he was down.
Right.
He brought them back in with 5.5 to go. They cut the lead, except they were still down 10. Why? Because the three perimeter guys, Jefferson, Ginobili, and Parker, have struggled all night long here in this game.
They've hit 2 threes, and this is a team that's living more off the three than they have before.
Yes, and Mike, they can't get on the line. They're 4 for 6 on the line tonight, okay? And at the other end, we know that Miami is 21 for 22 on the line. The big three, 20 for 20.
James gets to a spot, finds Wade. Doesn't that look so much better than it did a couple of weeks ago with these guys?
Mike, the spacing is excellent. The spacing is excellent. So when you double team now, they got the guys in the corners, and then they have the cutters, and they're being unselfish.
Parker hits another one. So 2 threes for Tony Parker. He hit 20 3-pointers in their first 66 games.
Well, he can make them. We know that this year he is shooting a better percentage. He's right up there now. He's shooting a nice percentage for the season.
Wade leans in, shot no good. That whole Dos Minutos thing has not caught on. It's been 6 years now, and the arena's just not into it. But they keep trying, which is nice. Here on Noche Latino.
Right there you could see Dwayne Wade thought that he got fouled. I thought Ginobili did a nice job in challenging the shot and then trying to avoid the contact. Now the referee, his angle, he didn't think there was contact. Wade wanted the call.
No fouls to give either way last 2 minutes. Dunk into the bench. DeJuan Blair in guarding Jamal Magloire. Ginobili guarding LeBron James. Blair's got him on the switch. Magloire tips it in.
Once again, 2 guys go to LeBron James. It opens up Magloire, who set the screen.
The rookie Gary Neal knocks down his first 3 here. Neal spent the last 3 years overseas, Italy, Spain, and Turkey. College at Towson after the first couple of years in college at LaSalle, where he was the A-10 Rookie of the Year.
Well, he's played extremely well. He's in the top 5 in most rookie categories, and he's first in a couple. I like the fact that he is not afraid to take the shot. During February, he averaged 12 points a game for San Antonio, shot a high percentage. We know he shoots over 40% in threes, and he's an excellent rebounder and a good assist guy.
8 on the shot clock. DeJuan Blair, Dwayne Wade will jump.
What Pop's talking about, you get a stop here and you get a field goal, it could be 9 or 10.
James gets it. Ginobili fights him for it. 3 on the shot clock.
And he wants the one-on-one.
He knocks it down.
You can tell that.
Yeah.
And there's no way that, in that position, when he's in the middle of the court, everyone's got to play their men on both sides of the lane. So then he just stares you down, and if you give him ground, all right, he's going to take that jumper.
Miller on the steal, on the run, bounce to Wade.
Mike Miller makes the correct play on the break. That was smart. Reward Wade, who really motored to get that shot.
And Miller in there on Ginobili is called for the foul on the pass. They're over the limit. Free throws coming.
Mike Miller is good off the ball. Plus, he's an excellent rebounder. See, he caught Wade. He taught him out of the corner of his eye. Reward the guy who was busting coming down. Let the defender commit and then try to get back. Good basketball.
Just 8 for Ginobili tonight. Let me remind you that tomorrow NBA TV is Dallas at Portland. Wednesday we're back here to see Oklahoma City and the Heat, followed by the Mavs at Golden State. TNT is back with you next Tuesday for the Bulls at the Hawks, followed by the Suns and Lakers. And our next ABC NBA Sunday Showcase, April 3rd. Suns in San Antonio, Nuggets in LA. Nuggets have been terrific since the trade. Wade, no. Blair the rebound. Magic Lakers coming up next as we move our doubleheader here to Monday.
We're going to have plenty of time here, even if San Antonio shoots as the buzzer goes off. He wasn't ready to shoot.
Neal contested by Wade over the top heat ball.
One thing is, you always got to teach the young guys in a catch and shoot situation. That should have been a catch and a shot. Forget about the one dribble. The one dribble, when a team is good defensively, you saw that rotation. It took them right up on top of them and forced them out of that three-point look.
LeBron's got 3 dribbles and good defense by Jefferson and Ginobili. End the third quarter. Been on Miami. They led by 10 at the break, extended by
a lot of rush threes in this game.
Miami goes big 3, McGlure and Miller. James attacks. Rebound Ginobili, who's got Jefferson, Neal, Hill, and Blair.
Yeah, they're playing small. They have 4 small guys out there right now, with Jefferson as a 4, Ginobili as a 3. And then Hill and Neal in the backcourt. Now they're gambling here.
Wade, 23.
Yeah, Mike, it still comes down to the fact that Wade and Bosh have just been sensational. LeBron's having a tough night. He's 4 for 12. But the other 2 guys have really picked up the pace.
3 shots, 3 misses from 3. George Hill misfired on that one.
Oh, my. Ginobili just stepped out, and Bosh collided. Ginobili went down on his back.
Wade hits the 2. Now 25 points. And very quickly, 18 points. Heat lead. Ginobili attacks at McGlure. Left-handed finish and a foul.
Well, that's Ginobili at his best. You could see as he gets down into the painted area, he knows that he has the shot. But watch how he leans into McClure to get the contact right there and then finishes. That's a very difficult release. Now just watch this. Watch Ginobili take the charge right here. Now it's really tough when a 7-foot guy, about 270 pounds, runs over you and there is no call.
You saw him reaching for his back. Steve Novak has checked in to replace Richard Jefferson. Richard Novak, teammate of Dwayne Wade's at Marquette on their Final Four team. And Novak able to force it and out of bounds off Miami, stays with the Spurs.
Well, you know it's a tough night when Ginobili goes to the line and misses. He's an 87th defense shooter. Oh, nice pass.
Blair. Bosh defends the rim. Wade on the attack. LeBron.
Oh. Now that is as good as it gets. What a great look.
Wade will add to it. Really? This is the way they planned it all year.
Why drive an SUV that's as aerodynamic?
The quarter largest lead of the night. It's 20. San Antonio's big 3. Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan outscored by 25 by Miami's big 3. You like this fast break?
I just love this break. Keep an eye to the left. Watch LeBron James, who is running in the left leg. Mike Miller's upright.
Wow.
LeBron, he knew that he would get that pass. That's why you keep running. And that's what Spoelstra is seeing with Miller at the 2 guard, Wade at the point, and LeBron at the 3. They're out there running.
A quick pull of a 3 by Wade, who keeps it alive with great hustle. Also get a sense this sometimes passive crowd has been energized over the Laker game, Memphis, and here tonight by the energy on the defensive end this Miami team has provided. LeBron sizes up Steve Novak.
Well, that's his favorite area. And I like the fact that they're not screening for him, Mike, to bring another defender. Let him work those guys one-on-one. He'll get a high percentage shot.
James has always had good regular season games against Popovich's Spurs. Not here tonight. Neal, a three. Fifth three of the night for the Spurs, who are in a 19-point hole.
Well, Dwayne Wade not only has the 27 points, but he got 8 boards and 4 assists.
Great find by James. Bosch didn't finish.
Well, that was Bosch's easiest play of the night.
Novak, who played a bit with Dallas this year and a couple of D-League games as well.
Well, he's an excellent three-point shooter. Papa's got his three-point guys on the perimeter. Nice cut.
Duncan, Neal hit the deck hard, and the foul is called. Those dunks earlier that sent the joint jumping.
Now this is LeBron out on that three-man fast break, and then they went right down and made another steal, and Wade just finishes it off.
And these two certainly have led the charge here tonight, along with Chris Bosch. Neal's at the line. Tim Duncan's in the game. And when a game is out of reach and you don't sense a comeback, the number one guy on pulling the plug on his guys is Greg Popovich. He'll just say, hey, we'll go see you another night. Surprised to see Duncan back out here at this point.
Yeah, but he made a statement to them in that huddle that we showed, and then he told them that they were going to play. Now, you can't keep Duncan out there. I mean, you can, but he made a statement. Ginobili played, all right, and they had him in there for his minutes. All right, now what you have out there is Duncan with 4 young guys. The big thing right now is, can you defend? Now the Heat, they're not throwing anything. This game is not over. There's still 8 minutes to go. They're keeping their main people out on the floor.
Miller. Mike missed the three. Rookie James Anderson's out there now for the Spurs. But Bosch keeps the trip alive.
Well, it's a problem when you go small. You go small, you're going to give up second shot attempts.
Wade on the bench this stretch. James steps back. Here comes James Anderson, the rookie out of Oklahoma State. Neal keeps shooting over the top. Here's Greg Popovich, the recent timeout.
I want a hell of an effort tonight. I want your tongues to be dragging at the end of this game. All right? It's about the big picture. And part of that big picture is playing your ass off tonight.
So, here's a team that's 54-12. I guess you can still find a way to send a message to your team in a game like this.
Well, you already told him that they're getting tomorrow off. So what he wants now is an effort. He wants you to get it back and close the game. All right, so maybe you don't win the game, but he wants to close the game to where you got a chance or get it down inside of 10. That's what he's trying to send here. Because you're on the road, he's giving these younger guys now some time, but they have to understand, when Duncan posts up, don't shoot a three. Will you please pass the ball into Duncan and let him go one-on-one in a situation? It's a learning situation for these other 4 guys, because at playoff time, they are going to be on the floor with injuries and foul trouble.
Duncan from the outside. 2 for Tim. He's got 14. Eric Spoelstra didn't like something there, so he'll take a timeout with 6:56 to go. 15 points down, as San Antonio has scored 7 in a row.
Hey, this is a story of taking advantage of the key guys that you have out there, because no matter how you look at it, it's 15.
Spurs coming off a loss 8 days ago to Andrew Bynum and the Lakers. Lakers take the floor next against Orlando on the West Coast. Will Chicago be even in the loss column as well, Hannah, because of that loss? We'll see the Heat against Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City on Wednesday night, followed by Dallas Golden State. Kia NBA Countdown gets us going Wednesday night doubleheader, 7:30 Eastern Time. Back to 15 here with 6:45 to go.
Pop is smelling it now. You're on that 15, a little under 7. You have Duncan back in there, Ginobili, McDyess. He's going with his guys right now, but he's leaving Hill in there in place of Jefferson.
LeBron put a shoulder into Ginobili. No foul is called, and James gets the field goal.
He's just too strong for Ginobili, but Ginobili's going to have to match up with him. See, there's that good trap that we've seen all night long on Ginobili.
Duncan bounced. McDyess wasn't ready for it. Turnover, Spurs. Mario Chalmers is back in. Well, Vivian Chalmers had 4 fouls, so the Heat went without a traditional point guard for a while. Chalmers comes baseline. Joel Anthony, who lingered in the lane for a long time, but gets the hoop.
Yeah, Chalmers has made some excellent decisions. Driving from the right side of behind the backboard. He's picked out the correct guy on a number of occasions.
2 quick field goals for Miami. Duncan has it deflected. Chalmers gets it for the Heat. James has Parker, wants the ball.
Well, of course, it's a situation where he wants the double team. And also on the other side, Wade. If Hill plays Wade, Wade posts up. And when LeBron had Parker, he posted him up right away. See, that's excellent recognition by good offensive play. See, look right there to the top of the screen. You see it, he says, come on, what are you kidding? It will force the double team. I'll make the correct pass. He's averaging over 8 assists a game.
Joel Anthony out. Jamal McGlure back in. Guy's been around here for 3 years. Contact, no call. No basket wave.
Well, see, Ginobili wanted the foul. A lot of coaches say Ginobili flops a lot. That's debatable. Mainly because he plays with his heart every minute that he's out there, and he's always trying to get an advantage.
Constant contact, right?
That's right. He does not shy away from contact.
McGlure picks up the foul. 3 on Miami, 1 on San Antonio here in the quarter. You can watch your favorite team at home, on the road, anywhere. With NBA League Pass, no better way to follow all the new faces in the new places. Your local cable, satellite, or telco provider. Check with them or log on to NBA.com/League Pass. Wade.
Where are the guards? Where are the guards? That should not happen. And we know right now that you got to give them a lot of credit. Defensively, Miami has just done a terrific job. But the first unit for San Antonio, you take away the first 5 minutes, they have really struggled against the Miami defense. This is a great pass, right on the money, down the field.
That was nothing compared to the pass that they had in Indiana a few weeks ago. The 90-foot pass, Wade to James. Ginobili on the drive, and the foul's called on the outside. So what does this mean for San Antonio? They're going to lose here tonight. They lost to the Lakers 8 days ago. It's a couple of big losses against elite teams. You know, you don't want to read too much into one game, but now here's a couple against the best. Reason for concern?
Well, I think that you're always concerned as a coach, but you have a cushion. Coming into this game, they were 7 games on a loss side ahead of the second-place team, which was Dallas. So you look at that, you say we have a comfort zone. But coaches don't look at it that way. He understands that in the last 4 games prior to this game, they have not played their game defensively. That's what he's not happy about. But tonight, Miami has just taken them right out of this great offense that's averaging 103 points a game. And they've made it difficult to get good looks at the basket.
Like that.
Look at this guy. I'm telling you.
His defense has been great.
Oh, right.
I'm going to tell you something. If he keeps playing defense like this for the next month, he's going to impact the conversation about MVP. Everybody's giving it to Derrick Rose already.
Sure.
His numbers are great, so are LeBron's numbers, but his defensive impact has been difference-making here.
Well, and he's concerned about that because he wants to get on that all-defensive first team.
Great block by McGlure.
McGlure has given them quality minutes against Memphis and again tonight.
Only playing because Ilgauskas had a nail in his foot and an infection in that foot. Boss is fouled by McDyess. And Miami does have that group of players, the group of bigs. McGlure, we've seen Juwan Howard here tonight, Joel Anthony, Eric Dampier, and Ilgauskas when he's around. So you got, depending on who's active, 4 or 5 bigs when you go up against Boston, or fouls for Dwight Howard in Orlando.
Well, you saw what happened last year in Game 7, Boston at L.A.
Yep.
Right, Perkins, gets injured in Game 6, and the next thing you know, you're trying to go the whole game with 2 guys, Garnett and Rasheed Wallace, and L.A. gets 23 offensive rebounds for 17 of the 83 points. So you cannot have enough quality big guys because you cannot sustain that big injury when you go and if you play the Lakers in the final, their three big guys are a handful night in and night out.
Parker with the drive. James, another chase down block. A block party the last couple of games here at the American Airlines Arena.
Okay, people think it's easy to do what McClure is doing. Come on, the guy hasn't been playing. No. And then when he gets his time, he's giving you quality time.
Timeout, San Antonio. As good as Miami has looked against one of the best teams in the league. And they know it, and they feel it. These guys were very hurt by all the negative talk that amassed around this team when they were struggling. But they are taking it to heart and taking it out on the Spurs. Lakers backstage at Staples. Kofi's going to play with the ankle, ready to go against the Magic. We'll be back here on Wednesday to watch Kevin Durant and the Thunder take on Miami. Another test in this stretch of 11 games against good teams. And tonight, Miami's big three has done just about the same thing all of San Antonio's 12 have done. Good numbers. Thiago Splitter, the rookie out of Brazil, checked in for the Spurs as the bench is empty except for Tony Parker. I'm sure Eric Spoelstra will get Wade and LeBron and Bosh out of here in a minute. You know what you're looking at here? James' numbers, his MVP numbers the last 2 years. Bosh now has 30 tonight. The MVP numbers from the last 2 years compared to this year for LeBron, very similar.
Yes, they are.
Very similar.
Yeah, absolutely right. And what I like is his assists are up, his rebounding is up, his shooting percentage is up. The only thing that's down is by 2 points or the total amount of points, but that's because he's taken less shots.
So Bosh has 30, Wade 29, James 21. The big three is 80, and LeBron took that foul to get to the timeout and let the big three check out. And they have stood out tonight. Lost by 30 in San Antonio, on their way to winning by about the same margin. Okay, Hannah, interesting battle down there for the last few playoff spots in the West. The big three done for the night for Miami. LeBron had 21 tonight. Hubie, here's what we're talking about. The last 2 seasons, there are the numbers. 2 points less, but as you said, a shot and a half less. Other than that, the numbers are very similar to the MVP seasons for the last 2.
Well, unfortunately for them, they played in spurts. You know, they got off to a rough start at the beginning of the season, but then they countered by going and winning 21 out of 22. Then they had that little valley again where they lose 5 in a row. Now, all of a sudden, they're starting to turn again. And you have to love the defense. And we say it again. 88 points to the Lakers. Next game, 85 to Memphis. And here tonight, we're sitting on the San Antonio Spurs with 73 points. They might not even get 80. So you have to give the defensive team a lot of credit. Their perimeter guys played great against Jefferson, Ginobili, and Parker all night long.
Foul committed, so Parker could come out of the game. LeBron was showing Dwayne how to tie the shoes together. I think Dwayne's going to give those shoes to somebody here on the opposite side of the floor at the end of the game. Mike Miller on the drive inside McClure, a national champion in '98 with Kentucky. Toronto-born McClure giving his team some nice minutes. 4 points and 5 boards here tonight. And Hubie, we were talking about all the bigs that are still around for Miami. As we were talking about that, our director Ken Dennis gave us the visual reminder of Udonis Haslem. And will he be back? It's a question nobody has a definitive answer for because of the foot injury he suffered back in November.
And you know what people kind of dismiss is the fact that Mike Miller broke the bone in the shooting hand on his right hand, and then he missed 37 games, and now Haslem has missed 53. They were going to be your 6th and 7th men. They haven't had these guys. People forget also that Wade missed the exhibition season, so he got off to a slow start. So they've made a ton of adjustments here.
James Jones hit that 3, followed by Steve Novak. Jones, who won the 3-point shootout All-Star weekend, has struggled and fallen out of the rotation since. Juwan Howard still got it going on. His son is playing at Western Michigan. His son's is finishing his first year of college basketball this year.
Think about that.
Right?
Is that a great statement or what? Yeah, how are your children? Well, I have a son playing in college. What? And you're still playing this game?
So the 11-game stretch against the good guys, the 5 consecutive losses, beating the Lakers and Memphis. As my friend Sean McDonough said during the Big East tournament, ESPN News will project a San Antonio win here tonight. We can project that. And then we've got Oklahoma City coming in here on Wednesday. Hey, they're playing the way people thought they would play. And now the question will become, is there a great freight train run to try to catch Boston and Chicago now tied in the loss column? They don't have a lot of big stops there on the schedule in the last 15 games.
No.
Last 12 games, really 2 against very good teams. 1 against Boston, 1 at Atlanta, back-to-back nights.
Well, a big thing for them right now, you can see that the offense in the last 3 games, the spacing is so much better. And then also the fact that they have a now presence down low, whether it's off the screen and roll or post up, first by Bosch, then by Wade. Wade is becoming a major factor posting up on that left side of the lane.
Well, we know this. If these teams meet in the NBA Finals, everybody will say, well, you throw out the regular season because one team won by 30 and the other team won by 30 or so. James Anderson, the rookie out of Oklahoma State, missed it. And that will be all she wrote, and we'll have exactly that. 125-95 Spurs in Texas. 10 days later in Florida, 110-80 Miami. Done for the year, unless they see each other in June. There's that young man who got those Dwayne Wade shoes. Wade LeBron combo. That is a heck of a night. Wow. And Wade and LeBron standing by with Heather.
Mike, thanks so much. Dwayne, 10 days ago, you guys lose by 30 points to the Spurs. Tonight, beat them by about the same token. What was the difference?
Well, the difference was getting a win versus the Lakers. You know, when you get that win, you get your confidence back. And we saw the things that worked for us, and it was defensively. And we stuck together through the whole time. So we're just trying to continue to keep going.
The media, especially, it seemed over that 5-game stretch, the sky was falling. Then suddenly 3 games you guys win. How has perspective changed?
I mean, that's the way it is, you know, especially in sports. You know, when you're winning, everything is good. When you're losing, everything is bad. So you try to stay even kill, never get too high, never get too low.
Dwayne, congratulations on the win. LeBron, what a defensive performance tonight. Your coach, Eric Spoelstra, talked about recommitting to your defensive identity. How did you do that tonight?
That's what it's about. In order for us to win games, we know we have to defend every night, and that's going to give us the best possible chance to win. And, you know, it's great for us to come out against a very explosive offensive team and hold them under their averages. With 1 month remaining to the regular season, what are your team goals to get to where you want to be when the playoffs start? We can't waste the opportunity to get better. You know, we're behind San Antonio, we're behind Boston, we're behind the Lakers and a lot of teams as far as chemistry on the court, you know, because they played a lot more games than us. So we can't waste an opportunity, a practice, a shoot around, a quarter. We got to continue to get better so we can show it out on the court when we get an opportunity to do it. And what did you guys learn in that loss to the Spurs 10 days ago that really helped you get a win here tonight? We didn't play hard. We didn't follow our principles, and when they started to make shots, we just threw all our principles out the window, and that's when they started to drill us for threes, a lot of threes. So we said no matter what, we're going to do our principles tonight. If they hit a few, let's continue to stay in the grind, and we did that tonight and just warm down. We'll let you go enjoy the win. Thanks, LeBron.
Very different feel from 8 days ago here when they lost to Chicago. As Dwayne said, beat the Lakers and the whole world changes, huh? The Big Three scored 80. San Antonio scored 80. The Heat have won their last 2 games by 33 and 30 points. Our final tonight, Miami 110, San Antonio 80. The Magic and the Lakers moments away with Hall of Famer Hubie Brown, Heather Cox, all the great women and men on our NBA team. Mike Tirico saying so long from Miami. We send you back to the studio. Hannah Storm and